Welcome to the Adventures of Crazy Kids. This book is called Crazy Kids at Home. And remember, if you like the Crazy Kids books, you can buy them on Amazon.
Hi, we're the Crazy Kids. We live in Sydney, Australia. And no, we don't have kangaroos jumping up our street or crocodiles swimming in the local creek. We sometimes see little swamp wallabies when we go bushwalking though. And we're called the Crazy Kids because, well, we kind of do crazy stuff. My name's Henry and I'm 10. I'm the oldest crazy kid. I love riding my bike and I like sharks. Actually, I love sharks. I wouldn't really want to swim next to one though. That'd be so creepy. I have some shark teeth that I've collected and dinosaur teeth too that I bought online. One's a megalodon tooth and it's massive. I'm so glad those monsters don't hang around Bondi Beach anymore. I have a brother, Jack, and he's 6. Jack is small and strong and he's excellent at climbing. Sometimes we fight, but he's a pretty good brother. We do stuff like race our radio-controlled cars together in the park. The other day, our cars smashed into each other at really high speed and they both ended up upside down and their wheels were just spinning crazily in the air and all the other kids in the park were just staring. It was pretty funny. Jack and I have 2 cousins that we hang around with all the time. Claudia, she's 9 and she does amazing drawings and is awesome at netball. And her little sister Zoe, who's 5. Zoe doesn't go to school yet, but she loves to do puzzles and she just got a pair of roller skates for her birthday. Oh, and I nearly forgot to introduce Shrimpy. Shrimpy is Claudia and Zoe's cat. We love her, but I'm allergic to cats, so it's kind of tricky for me to pet her. If I do, then I sneeze for like at least 7 days in a row. Seriously. We often have cousin sleepovers together. We don't actually do much sleeping because, well, we kind of spend most of the night laughing and chatting and going a bit crazy. Anyway, back to my story. The other day, Jack and I were playing in our cubby house in the backyard. It's a pretty cool cubby, but it's got lots of spiders and bugs in it at the moment. While Jack was inside the cubby house, I had the idea of closing the door and sliding the little lock across because I was mad at him for smashing my Lego garage earlier that morning that I'd spent ages building.
Hey, let me out!
He yelled.
There are creepy spiders and weird bugs in here.
No way! I yelled back. Not until you say sorry and fix my Lego garage. Just then, I heard a car pull up in front of our driveway. So I left Jack banging and shouting inside the cubby house and I ran down the side to the front yard. It was Claudia and Zoe's car. Awesome! The girls jumped out of the car and Grey Streak suddenly leapt out of Claudia's arms and went racing down the side into the backyard. I quickly jumped back as it whizzed past. Whoa, I said.
Shrimpy, come back!
Claudia yelled after her. Zoe started to cry.
We're gonna lose her!
She wailed. Come on, Zoe, I yelled. Let's catch her! We raced after Shrimpy, carefully dodging the blue seashell sandpit that was getting a bit muddy and stinky, the BMX jump we'd built out of splintery wood, and the rows of spiky cacti that somehow always ended up spiking Jack in the bum. But Shrimpy was fast. She did a few crazy loops around the backyard, then jumped up into the cubby house, clawing away at the walls until she had pulled herself up onto the roof. We all winced and plugged our ears as her nails scraped the wall as she scrambled up. Then watched as she walked along the cubby roof, enjoying the view from her new perch. Zoe was still crying. It's okay, Zoe. I'll get her down, I said, trying to reassure my worried little cousin. Truthfully, I was really hoping someone else would get Shrimpy down. Otherwise, if I had to grab her, I'd go into one of those 7-day-long sneezing fits. So frustrating. Especially when you're trying to play Uno and you keep spraying snot over everyone else's cards. In the meantime, Jack was still banging on the cubby house door and yelling his lungs out.
What's going on?
Claudia asked me quizzically. Oh, I said, Jack's up to his usual tricks. I closed him in there because he broke my Lego.
Oh,
Said Claudia. Suddenly, Claudia's big dark eyes shone bright with an idea.
I know! Jack's good at scrambling up the climbing wall in the playground. So maybe he can climb up the cubby house roof and grab Shrimpy.
Alright, I said reluctantly. As much as I was mad at Jack, I didn't want Claudia and Zoe to lose Shrimpy. Okay, Jack, I yelled through the window. We'll let you out, but we're sending you on a mission. You have to climb up the Cubby House roof and save Shrimpy.
Why? Where's Shrimpy?
Jack yelled back, confused.
She's on the Cubby House roof.
Shrieked Zoe in her clear, unhappy little voice.
What the? On the roof? That's crazy! I might die!
Yelled Jack. We all started laughing.
You're not gonna die, Jack.
Yelled Claudia.
It's only 2 meters off the ground. But you have to be quick, because Shrimpy's gonna run away.
Zoe bravely wiped away all her tears and yelled out,
Are you a crazy kid or not, Jack? If you can't climb the cubby, I will. Alright, I'll do it.
said Jack.
But you have to let me out first.
I unlocked the Cubby House door and Jack burst out red in the face.
Man, there are so many spiders in there. Don't you dare do that again, Henry.
Jack, who's a determined little guy, then started climbing up the Cubby House walls like a monkey. As he climbed, Shrimpy eyed him and slowly edged backwards, not wanting to leave her perch. Jack reached the top, carefully slithering across on all fours, and was just about to grab Shrimpy when she suddenly leapt over the side and somehow, like an Olympic acrobat, twisted her body mid-air and launched herself through the Cubby House attic window, landing inside with a soft thud.
Shrimpy!
Zoe yelled, then raced over to the Cubby House and ran inside. We all raced in after her and stopped dead in our tracks. This was seriously the weirdest, grossest, creepiest thing we had ever seen.
Okay.
Said Claudia with a half surprised, half disgusted look on her face.
What the?
Yelled Jack, his eyes going crazy.
Ew.
Said a relieved but revolted Zoe in her nasally little voice. I stepped past them, curious, and there was Shrimpy in the Cubby House, feasting on a bunch of spiders who were madly trying to scramble away. Their green guts were squirting out on the floor and dangling like snot from her whiskers, but she ravenously licked it all up like it was the best treat she'd had all year. Before we knew it, the last spider was dangling from her mouth. Shrimpy looked rather satisfied. Yuck. I was glad we had Shrimpy back, but that was seriously the most disgusting thing I had seen all week. As we stood there, wondering how to retrieve Shrimpy without having to touch those half-squished spiders, I suddenly felt my nose start to tickle. Oh no. Oh man. I could feel it happening. That's right. You guessed it. A 7-day sneezing fit had just come my way.
The crazy end!
We hope you liked that book, everybody. And remember, if you really enjoyed it, you can buy The Crazy Kids on Amazon.